I don't want to look like a loser right now, but everyone saw I was better than Justin that fight, but the UFC wanted him to win. The lad smashed my eye with his finger. I had to play all of the rounds with a broken eye, which is not fair.
That Scouser does not get knocked out. Hold on. My God. Right. Scousers do not get knocked. That Scouser does not get knocked out.
I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out. We don't get knocked out. I take that all day. Hold on.
My God. What a fucking gangster.
Obviously delivered in the main event. It's capped off with a war. Just give us your thoughts on Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett delivering a 5-round battle.
Yeah, I mean, what a couple. So Paddy Pimblett at the weigh-ins yesterday says, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out tomorrow. And I was like, that's interesting. And he never abandoned that game plan, even when he got dropped a couple times. I kept waiting for him. I'm like, he's eventually going to have to shoot and try to submit him. Now I didn't know Paddy Pimblett had a chin like that till tonight. And yeah, absolute dogfight in a war, and much respect to both guys.
We haven't seen Justin yet, so we don't know what his status is physically. But I mean, is the interim, is the unification fight have to be next, or is there a case if he's hurt and needs to be out for a while?
Apparently he's 100%. So we sent Paddy Pimblett straight to the hospital, and then we're going to send Gaethje too. And Gaethje's like, believe me, I've been in plenty of wars. I'm good. So as far as we know right now, he's healthy.
Now that Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje have gone to war, the conversation feels completely different. What fans witnessed inside the cage didn't unfold as neatly as most pre-fight predictions suggested. And that sharp contrast between expectation and reality is exactly why this bout instantly became one of the most debated outcomes in recent memory.
There. You saw him do it to Michael Chandler. He's taken on the highlight, Justin Gaethje. 26 wins, 5 losses, 20 KOs. The dude fucking KOs people. Early on, he'd calf kick the fuck out of people. He'd calf kick people where they couldn't take it anymore. He had many TKOs from calf kicks alone. The guy is just a dense fucking ball of muscle, built for fighting, 37 years old now. He's crumpled people with his left hook. He's crumpled people with his right hand. Paddy Pimblett is going to have to be very careful throwing his flurries on Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje will sit down and rip a left hook, or sit down, drop his head, and launch a right hand. That's Justin Gaethje's ways to win. He could KO Paddy.
Before a punch was ever thrown, analysts were split on whether Paddy Pimblett's chaotic movement and grappling instincts could overwhelm Justin Gaethje, or if Justin's discipline, power, and patience would punish every mistake. That divide set the stage for a fight where every exchange felt capable of flipping the narrative in an instant.
I'd love to see fucking Justin Gaethje with the title around his waist. He earned it. Justin Gaethje's fought all these fucking monsters his whole goddamn career. Edson Barbosa, Donald Cerrone, Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Khabib, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, Fiziev twice, Dustin Poirier again, Max Holloway. Like, holy shit. He's fought the elite. So I'd love to see Justin Gaethje get it done. If I had to put, fuck, this is hard. If someone gave me $10,000 to bet with, and they said, hey, put it on who you think's going to win. God. I'm going to say 60-40. 60-40. 40% chance that Justin Gaethje knocks Paddy Pimblett out. Hits him on his chin. When Paddy Pimblett's flirting, hits him right on his fucking, hits him right on the scouser chin. Bunk. Gets dropped. 40% chance, I think. 60% chance this fight, Justin's not able to find him. It's a little bit, it's like a spastic, weird style. He's not able to find his chin. If Paddy Pimblett puts him on his back, it's going to be a long night for Justin.
Tim Welch framed the matchup through damage and timing, placing heavy emphasis on Justin Gaethje's calf kicks and counterstriking. He explained how early leg damage alters posture, movement, and defensive reactions, and how Paddy Pimblett's aggressive entries created openings a patient puncher like Justin only needs once. At the same time, Welch acknowledged that as rounds wore on, the fight naturally drifted toward scrambles and chaos. In those moments, Pimblett's confidence, grappling awareness, and comfort attacking off his back opened paths to victory that felt calculated rather than reckless.
Younger, will you be served with Pimblett? Maybe. Gaethje, experience, good striker. He's well-rounded everywhere, but he's got to use the assets of a smaller guy. We've seen it, where you got to box, you got to use your legs, you got to set traps. You know, he's got the capability of doing that. Outmaneuver, outflank Pimblett. You know, Pimblett, let me tell you, he has improved a lot over the last 2 years. He really has, bud. He has gotten better. He's gotten more. You could see he's come into his own. Confidence-wise, physically, he's in great shape. They usually all are. But he's improved. His striking has improved. He's a good wrestler, grappler. But he loves to strike. That's what's going to make this fight really interesting and good. They're both going to strike. I mean, for the most part, they're both going to strike.
Teddy Atlas approached the fight from a strategic perspective, stressing that Justin Gaethje needed movement, angles, and restraint instead of prolonged pocket exchanges. He also highlighted how much Paddy Pimblett has matured both physically and mentally, becoming stronger, calmer, and more composed in extended fights. While praising Gaethje's experience, Atlas leaned toward Pimblett, believing youth and momentum often surface late, especially under fatigue. He felt Paddy had more room to adjust round by round without abandoning his identity or panicking under pressure.
I think you might be served here, but I would go with the over on this because I think the over-under is like
2.5 rounds.
How many?
2.5 rounds over minus 115.
All right, listen. Again, we have a pretty good record here, but you know I mess up once in a while. I do. It's why it's gambling. But I like the over. I like the over. I mean, if Gaethje fights the perfect fight, you never know. You never know. But I know who the judges are probably favoring. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry. There shouldn't be anything about that. It should just be about what goes on in the cage or in the ring. But I can't help myself but think about things that I see. So maybe, you know, Gaethje would really have to do a job, I think, to get it, which he could. But I think I'd probably favor Pimblett a little bit. But at the end of the day, if I had to put my bucks down.
Max Holloway reduced the fight to one brutal question. Could Paddy Pimblett absorb Justin Gaethje's power without breaking? If he could survive the damage, Max believed Pimblett had the instincts to turn hurt moments into grappling control and sudden momentum swings. At the same time, Holloway emphasized that Gaethje never needs volume to change a fight. Every clean punch or kick carries real consequences, meaning one perfectly timed strike could erase rounds of work before Paddy ever found rhythm.
And with Paddy, if he can eat it, I can see Paddy catching Gaethje and maybe almost like a Oliveira fight, you know, catch Gaethje, hurt Gaethje wobble, and then, you know, get to Gaethje's back or something, maybe sub him. You know what I mean? Like, Paddy is very well rounded. You know, he out wrestled wrestlers, he out grappled grapplers. He stands with you. You know, he doesn't care. He throws. You know, everybody do like his chin is in the air. He takes shots. Yeah, he takes shots and he still walk forward. How long will that last? We don't know. And that's the question I have to this fight. Or what his reaction is going to be when Justin Gaethje catches him. Justin Gaethje punches like a truck. He kicks like a...
Merab Dvalishvili viewed the matchup as a true coin flip with two unforgiving paths. Either Justin Gaethje breaks Paddy Pimblett through sustained damage, or Paddy survives long enough to drag the fight into grappling exchanges where momentum quietly slips away from Justin. For Merab, the deciding factor wasn't technique alone, but pain tolerance. Both fighters are skilled enough to win, but only one could consistently absorb punishment while still making smart decisions as exhaustion and pressure mounted.
For me, this is a flip up, bro. I'm not surprised if any of these guys win, because I can see two clear paths to these guys winning. I can see Gaethje catching Paddy, you know, putting him down, finishing him. Then I can see Pimblett catching Paddy, Pimblett catching Gaethje, maybe knock him out or hurt him enough to where he can get a submission. You know, I think so. Paramount, the UFC did a really great really great job of putting this first Paramount card together. From the main card, the first main card fight, to the main event is sick. It's gonna be action packed, and you fans are gonna love it. You know, the new fans are gonna love it. I mean, Gaethje is just violence. Paddy Pimblett doesn't run away from violence. It's gonna be a fun fight. Like I said, I don't know who to choose. I'm not choosing no one. I see both guys. I think this is a coin flip. I think whoever can endure the more damage is going to win this one.
Demetrius Johnson focused on Paddy Pimblett's need to remain unpredictable, explaining how constant threats, scrambles, and creative entries forced Justin Gaethje into defensive reactions where even small positional mistakes can lead to submissions or extended control. Johnson acknowledged the experience gap without dismissing Pimblett's ability, stressing that once positions are secured, reputation fades and technique takes over. Paddy's grappling success, he noted, is rooted in timing and creativity rather than the name across from him.
With that being said, let me get to the keys of victory for both these guys. When you look at Paddy Pimblett, keys of victory for Paddy Pimblett has got to be dynamic. We're starting to see Paddy Pimblett become more comfortable inside the octagon. So the key victory number one for Paddy Pimblett is be dynamic, meaning that if Justin Gaethje puts you against the cage, don't be scared to do a flying triangle. If Justin Gaethje tries to go for a dump, go for a Kimura, because 9 out of 10 times when he does that, he's able to turn it into something that favors him in the fight. Key victory number two, grapple. You know, when you look at Justin Gaethje's past fight, when people grapple him that have a good grappling ability, he seems to have hard times with grapplers, where people, you know, when people drop him, Charles Oliveira dropped him, he crossed the void, jumped on him, got his back, submitted him with a rear naked choke. You look when he fought Habib took him down past his guard, mounted him, got a triangle from top and rolled to his back. Now I feel like Paddy Pimblett has that grappling ability that can oppose some problems to Justin Gaethje.
Others pointed to preparation and freshness, believing a slower schedule allowed Pimblett's body to fully recover and his mind to stay sharp, making him a uniquely dangerous opponent for someone accustomed to heavy striking wars. Looking back at all the expert opinions together, what stands out is how few saw a safe or easy outcome. Every breakdown circled the same truth. One mistake, one scramble, or one clean shot was always going to decide everything. Now that the fight is over and the result is real, the debate shifts from prediction to reflection, forcing fans to question whether their expectations matched reality, or if Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje once again proved that certainty disappears when violence and will collide at this level.